This video is probably long overdue by this point, but I decided it's finally time to sit down and talk about why, up to this point, I have exclusively reacted to drum covers and not professional drummers. To do this, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on myself, and then that will evolve into the story of why I value drum covers and drum playthroughs and what have you so much. So when I was about 13, 14, I took drum lessons for a year, and then unfortunately the place where I took lessons had to close because it was kind of half school, half a shop, and let's just say the money ran out. Because of this, I was then without a teacher, and at this point I didn't actually have my own drum set at home either. It was only when I was about 16 and I was playing in one of those like school band performances that my family came to watch, and they saw that I was not as bad as maybe they were expecting me to be, and they bought from a family friend a rather old, quite beaten up drum kit that is actually on my channel. So if you go back to the covers that I made like 7-8 years ago, that drum kit is the first drum kit that I had of my own, and it was terrible. But I'm going to call it an Argos kit. So for those of you outside of the UK, like a Walmart kit, I guess would be the easiest way to describe it, or a Costco kit. I don't know, just kind of cheap, not exactly a like name brand drum set. So when I got this kit, my drumming experience was limited. I had learned pretty much the basics and not really much more than that, because obviously I'd not been studying for too long. And I knew how to play some songs because of the experiences playing with my friends. So I was driven by the music I listened to. I really wanted to learn the songs that I liked. So I would learn by ear. I can't read sheet music, which is another topic for another day. So yeah, I would listen to songs extensively, try and pick out as much as possible, and then what I couldn't find just through listening, I would go to YouTube and quite often search for live videos of the bands playing these songs in the hope that I could just stare at the drummer and be like, oh, that's how they do it. I realise this isn't always possible because there aren't actually that many live videos out there of like all the bands that you like. But what it did lead me to is stumbling across Luke Holland's YouTube channel. I really wanted to know how to play the song And Delinquent by the band Woe Is Me, and I couldn't find any decent live videos where there was enough footage of the drummer for me to, you know, really glean any information from it. So I can't exactly remember how it happened, but out of sheer luck, I guess, up pops this video of Luke Holland, and I see a guy who's only slightly older than me. He's playing in his bedroom like I did, but his kit sounds great. He's playing the song amazingly. He's doing all these stick tricks. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy is like just a little bit older than me, and he's so good. Like, he's so good. And he was my main sort of big inspiration, if you like, for really taking the drums more seriously and wanting to dedicate more of my time to it back when I was 16, 17 years old. Through Luke, I discovered Cobus, Matt Maguire, Maytal, I mean, loads of the early days drum cover people, and then through there I discovered channels such as Drumeo, which at the time I think was called freedrumlessons.com or something like, or Drumbeats Online is someone else. Anyway, you get the picture. So at this point I was learning exclusively through listening to music, trying to play it on the kit, and then also watching other people on YouTube because I'd become obsessed with drum covers. This had pluses and minuses, the biggest minus being that I was very good at playing songs and at copying other people, but, and this is something I still struggle with today, I don't really have my own style, and I'm better at this now, but for a long time, if you just sat me at a drum kit and said play something, I would freeze up because I was so used to just being like, okay, press play on my iPod or whatever, and on pops an August Burns Red song. It's like, okay, yeah, I can play, what's that song called? Meddler. But then put me in front of a drum kit and say, just play something. And So my philosophy now with drum covers, and the reason why I react to them and analyse them, is because I like how they show different people's ways of playing the same thing. So a lot of drum covers will just be a straight ahead, exact rendition of the song, and to be honest, those are probably my favourites just because, I don't know, I have like a sentimental spot because that's how I used to be. But also, if you watch a wider variety of drummers, which is something that I encourage my students to do, and also I do myself, and listen to a wider variety of music, and watch more drum educators online. I mean, that again is another topic for another day. There's so many good drum educators on YouTube who just upload content for free. But to get back to the point, drum covers are a great way of showing how a song can be played by just a bedroom fantasy like you and I. They not only give you ideas, but they give you great inspiration, and you see your peers. And drummers, I feel like we're nice people. Guitarists are maybe not so nice, but drummers, we build each other up, we share ideas. You go to drum expos and events, and everyone is so friendly and everyone's so encouraging that, I don't know, I like the drum cover community because everyone seems really supportive. Even if someone's not perhaps done a great job on their drum covers, they still have loads of supportive comments for the most part. I hope that goes some way to explaining why I react to drum covers, and at this point haven't really branched out from that. But you can probably tell from my tone of voice or even the words that I'm saying that soon I am going to branch out from that. The goal for the channel in the long term is to build up other drummers and help us build all of our careers together. So my vision for the channel is to help to build a community that brings together all the bedroom fantasies. So hopefully I'll get to the point where the channel is big enough where people will just watch the videos no matter what. They won't watch just because it's a drummer that they like. And then we can have people submit videos to the channel who they want some more exposure or they just want some feedback, and then not just myself but you guys who you always leave comments, and I love that we engage all the time, and we can help build up these other drummers. I mean, I kind of did it recently with the video of Carol, who did the Tool Schism cover, the little kid who had like 30 subscribers, and I did see that a few of you went over there and subscribed and commented and whatever, and that's really great to see. But I want to get to the point where we can go in masses, you know, we can all just go over and really support someone, or they come to us, you know, and we help build each other up, because again, I really do think that drummers have this sense of community that a lot of other musicians don't have. So hopefully that summarises what the goal for the channel is in the long run. Short term, the content might change a little bit. I'm going to maybe do some drum reactions of professional drummers. I'm thinking Chris Coleman, Benny Greb, Steve Gadd, Dave Weckl and so on, you know, really look at the greats, but not in an analytical sense, because what the hell am I going to add to a Steve Gadd performance, for example? That kind of rhymed. So it's more going to be the traditional reaction video where I just sit there and go for 5-10 minutes, whatever, and just be in awe of these amazing inspirational drummers. So expect some of that to come your way soon. I'm also going to try some lesson style stuff, some philosophical things, just my own thoughts and processes behind teaching and why I do things the way I do. And then hopefully some drum covers. So I've got a few songs that I've been practicing, and then this old thing keeps letting me down. So this is a pretty old Yamaha DTX 502. I've had it for coming up 10 years now, and half the time the triggers don't work. I've realised that if you do a rim shot on the snare, it will then cancel out all your ghost notes until you do another rim shot, which is really helpful. The ride is just really quiet. I don't know why. But anyway, I have uploaded a couple of drum covers recently, and I mean, if you want proof of the quiet ride, you can go and listen to them. But it's frustrating me at the moment. I keep doing takes and takes and takes, and I just don't like how the end product sounds because one of the triggers fails or the kick sounds bad or whatever. So I am going to buy a new, better electronic kit once the pandemic is over and life goes hopefully back to as normal as possible, and then expect some more covers as well, because I like playing drums and it's fun. I think that's everything I wanted to say. It's quite a long video. This is going to be a pain to edit because I can't string a sentence together apparently, but if you made it this far, a like would be appreciated. If you're not subscribed, why not subscribe? And yeah, leave some suggestions of other types of content or drummers that you want me to react/analyze to. That didn't make sense. Thanks for watching.